Scott Howard Cooper from NBA.com. Steph, you guys have won a lot of different ways, but it's been a while since you had a game like this. Can you appreciate a victory a little bit more because of what it took to get there?
Yeah, it's the playoffs. You got to expect everything, and obviously I wouldn't call it smooth sailing at all. We've actually had to execute and get to this point, but they came out and challenged us heavy and put a nice little run together, and took us a minute to figure it out to get up to that game speed after this little break, and it's definitely a nice way to win game one, and we got to capitalize off that and start game two a lot better.
Monty Poole, NBC Sports Bay Area, for both of you guys. In your minds, what went wrong in the first half early on, and then what did it take to get back to where you guys wanted to get to in the second half there? What did you guys do then?
The things we talked about going into the series, getting, protecting the glass, limiting them to one shot on every possession the best we can, turnovers. Obviously, we didn't make many shots, but we just did some things that were kind of out of the ordinary for us, and we were beating ourselves pretty much most of the time. So just had to settle in, really.
Kevin, your response to that? I mean, in your mind, what did you see in the first half and the second half, and what was the difference there?
Well, like Steph said, I mean, I think we came out just a bit too relaxed to start the game, and they hit us in the mouth early. And it's a game you needed to, kind of wake us up a bit. We know what this team is about. No matter who's on the court, they're going to keep coming at you. They're going to play hard every possession, and they're going to keep possessions alive. I think in the first half, the offensive rebounds killed us. When you're down 12, 14 points, you can't let a team get more possessions than you. So we tried to win a possession game. I think we did a better job of that in the second half. But all in all, this wasn't a really good game for us, but we won the game and we played better in the second half.
To your right, Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press Democrat. For either or both of you guys, Twitter's blowing up a little bit about whether that was a dirty play by Zaza not to give Kawhi a landing spot. How do you respond to that idea?
Zaza's not a dirty player. I mean, you got to time that perfectly if you want to, if you want to hurt somebody. I mean, we're not that type of team. Kawhi's an unbelievable player. We got nothing but respect for him, but we wish him, we wish that he gets healthy, but we didn't, he just tried to contest the shot, man. Guys were playing hard. It was an unfortunate situation. I wish it didn't happen, but I don't think it was intentional. I mean, and you can't listen to people on Twitter. They're irrational. So, but we wish that, hopefully he plays next game and his ankle gets better, but it wasn't intentional at all.
Agreed.
Ron Krochik from the San Francisco Chronicle. I guess both of you, or maybe Steph. Just how much, as much as you guys talk about strength in numbers and your depth, how much do you two feel a responsibility to sort of carry the scoring load when the team's struggling like that? And separately, Steve, talking to you guys at halftime, how much of an impact did that have?
It's always great to hear Coach Kerr's voice, to give his perspective, and it's actually a fresh perspective from somebody who's not he's watching the game, so he sees a lot of different angles, and he's seeing how things are developing, from a broader perspective. So that's obviously huge for us. And the other question, we have our identity is predicated on the collective, ball movement, player movement, using everybody's talents on the floor to create great shots. But when you're in situations where there isn't any flow and you have to make plays, that's what we're expected to do, what we have confidence doing ourselves. And you got to be ready for those moments when they arise. So, can't shy away from it. And that was big tonight for us to get going. But we can't do what we do without, obviously, the collective on the court, whoever's, out there to do their jobs as well.
Yeah, Steph, Kevin Radich, KCBS Radio. Threes were hard to come by early, and they were really playing tough. Was there an adjustment, or was it the flow? Was it ball movement? What shook you loose a little bit more in that third?
We think we were more assertive, but we just simplified things a little bit. Like Kay said, when you can kind of isolate certain situations that work to our favor, certain matchups, certain screening roles and at the top of the key, kind of your basic, basketball play. And then you be able to play make and create out of those situations. Open it up a little bit early in the third. And then after that, it was you soften up the defense with that initial attack, and then the ball could hop a little bit better and a little bit smoother around the floor. And guys stepped right up to the line, knocked them down. So, when we miss shots, we don't ever lose confidence. But like you said, we have to just be aggressive through that to create those open shots.
This is for either one of you. Felicia Purcell, Sports in the Bay, and the Martinez News-Gazette. When do you guys feel the rust started wearing off, and what was the plan after Kawhi went out?
I mean, when you're down 25 points, if you don't wake up then, and something's wrong with you. We didn't come back to the bench and say, look, Kawhi's out. Let's change up what we've been doing. I think, obviously you've seen what this team did in Game 6 of the last series, so we knew that they weren't going to just lay down. And, they were going to, continue to do the same thing they always do, move the ball, find the mismatches, offensive rebound. So we knew that, but we didn't come back to the bench all excited because Kawhi wasn't out there. We knew we had to go try to take this game no matter what. And but we knew that was one less ball handler. But Manu came in and did a great job for him as well. So they got weapons. They're a deep team, and they play together, and they got a really, really good system. And we just tried to stick with it every possession, and we battled it out and was able to get a W.
Steph, there was the possession late right here on the aisle. The possession late where you ended up hitting the three that tied the game, but it was after you missed a three, after Kevin missed a three, then after another offensive rebound, you got the ball back. Any feeling that sort of symbolized the day for this team, that even though there were a lot of things that had gone wrong today, you still find a way to make it happen?
Yeah, you can say that for sure. All three of them are great shots. And, obviously the hustle plays to get the offensive rebound and give ourselves another opportunity. And, yeah, it's just obviously a timely bucket. But those are shots that we normally take, we normally make. And whether, crunch time, it was nice to get that feeling where we kind of overcame some rough patches and found a way to get it done. So, obviously a confidence boost that we want to take into game 2.
Steph, Tony Harvey, Sacramento Observer. Regardless of how it played out, you guys won the game. You got to come back here Tuesday. What it's going to take, to try to get that second game. And plus, too, the fans came alive for you guys tonight, too.
It's going to take a much better start, a much more focused start, and just get to who we are in those first 3 minutes on both ends of the floor. Tonight that didn't happen, and they took advantage of it. So obviously we don't want to try to give them any life early and keep this momentum up. I think you can carry that from one game to the next for sure. And relying on our home crowd and the energy that they brought, it was crazy, and especially in that second half when we were making our run. They could feel it, we could feel it, that we were just trying to get over the hump, give ourselves a chance to win it down the stretch, and it was an electric atmosphere for sure that we needed, every bit of it.